everybody, I'm Essence from FlauntByEssence.com, and today we're going to make some polymer clay earrings. I personally love working with clay, and I just want to show you some fun, easy things that you can do at home with clay. So what we're going to make today is called, I like to call it the danger triangle. This is going to be my first time making it and selling it. Hope you can see that. I just had an idea for a two-piece triangle earring. So I drew it out. It took me about 5 or 6 times to get it out of my head, but I finally have something that I'm, pretty proud of. So I drew it. And today I've already, as you see, made one, and I didn't like the way the second one came out, so now I'm going to make it again, and I'm going to show you how I am going to make my second danger triangle. Okay, so the color clay that I have black, lime green, which is called Granny Smith, and that is by Sculpey. I have hot pink by Sculpey, white by Sculpey, and excuse me for just using my scrap pieces, but I use a lot of clay, working on my trial pieces. And this is what the clay looks like, and I'm also using fuchsia. This is the Primo brand. You can see that. And then this is the Sculpey brand, and I generally go with whichever's on sale, but I do happen to like the Primo better. Okay, so I like to wear gloves, and also what you're gonna need to complete the earring will be jump rings, a small piece of chain, and an earring hook. That's what you're gonna need, and I'll put that in the notes. Okay, and then the first thing that you have to do with your clay, if you've never worked with clay, then this is something that's very important, and that is to condition your clay. And that just means to make it warm, soft, and pliable. So to condition your clay, you have to, what I do is I just kind of knead it a little and bend it and stretch it and roll it into a ball and roll it into a tube, pull it apart a couple times, and excuse me, you're gonna have to do that for each color of clay that you're gonna use. So I am going to go ahead and condition all my pieces of clay, and I will be right back. Okay, now that I have all of my pieces of clay that I'm going to use conditioned, what I like to do is I just go around, I pick a color to be my base, which is more than likely, if I'm using white, it's going to be white. It's normally the softest to me, and I like to make my job easier and smooth, so I'll typically use white as my base color. And then I'll go and basically just add the color. There's no particular order, I just add the clay onto my base. And whatever, you may find a different way to combine your colors. I don't know, I just like to pull things apart. I've always been like that. I just like to pull things apart. And so this is basically what I'm doing, is just going around and adding clay to my ball. And I'm going to finish this and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've added all the colors onto my white clay, and now I'm just going to kind of work them all in together into a ball. And then I'll roll it into a tube. And then I'll fold it back up into a ball again. And then I'll roll it into a tube again. And I'm going to use one of the pieces that I practice on as my mold. And what I'll do is I'll just kind of make sure my tube is longer, just to make sure that I have enough room to trace. And then now I'm putting the clay into my pasta machine to roll out a flat piece of clay. Alright, so I have my flat piece of clay, and I like to cut and bake my clay on a tile. And this is a tile that I got from Home Depot. It was less than $1.50. And I just lay the tile flat and then lay my clay flat on the tile. And just make sure it's smooth. And then I'll kind of scan the clay to see which area, which color patterns I like the most. And then I'll just lay it out. And I like to cut with this. It's part of a nail kit, and it has this flat end here. I don't know if you can see this. Hopefully you can. But it came with this manicure set. And I like to use it more than my X-Acto knife because this piece, it makes a smoother edge. And I cut on the side of it. So I'm just going to trace my two pieces out, and I'll be right back to show you before I put it in the oven. Okay, so I just finished tracing out my pieces, and so I have the top part of my earring here, and then the bottom, and I need to pierce a hole, so I'm gonna find the center and pierce a hole. And once you poke the hole, kind of circle it around to make sure that the hole is big enough for the jump ring where it'll fit in through the front and the back. And what I use is this skewer, and I got it just from the dollar store, a whole pack of like 100 of them for $1, and they work great. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this in the oven, and what you'll need to do is follow the baking instructions for whatever clay that you're using. And it's always good to use a toaster oven and not bake the clay in the same oven that you cook your food in. Alright, be right back. I took my clay out of the oven and I let it cool for 30 minutes, and the first thing I did was I glued a flat back post. I probably can't see that. I glued a flat back post to the top part of the earring where it's going to go in your ear. And you can get these at Hobby Lobby or Michael's, or actually from my supply store, and I'll put a link down below. And I just used Gem Tack glue, and then I let it dry for like 15 minutes. And it is finished. And now I have two danger angles. And now I'll put a picture up right behind it because I'm sure you can't see this. Excuse my lighting. Thank you. One last thing. These earrings will be available on my website, flauntbyessence.com, and I'll post the link below. Thank you.